Rav, we have a convention that's going to be the second weekend in May. I have a couple questions for you. What makes this convention so different from the past conventions that we've had before, considering the time that we're in now and what we're being taught this time?
We already had many conferences, conventions before, and this time it is very unique because, first of all, we grew a lot, and many people are beginning to hear about us. We've reached a point where people realize that they're not really capable of exiting this global situation that humanity has entered. We're in a global crisis, and it didn't pass away. It looks like it calms down, but it's like a disease that we're trying to suppress, but later it will erupt. The thing is that no one is to blame, there's no choice. Naturally, we try to cover the bad things and not to listen about it. And because we don't see the means to correct them, and this is true, we don't see the means by which to correct the situation. We've reached a global crisis in every human engagement. And now we see that everything is broken, whether it's family, education, the relationship between people, the way we relate to nature, to the ecology, and our economy, the industry and what it does, even a person with himself. And this crisis is really global. And this is why we need to show to people that all of this is actually predetermined in nature. We had to reach this state. This state is a good state. And it's because from this point of crisis, we have to find this point from which we can ascend to a really good life. Not just good life here in this world, but eternal life. A life of feeling, sensing the upper world, where we even transcend the point of life and death in our sense, in our perception and feeling of life. We actually rise above this feeling of life within the body. Of course, this requires great explanations, but we're talking about acquiring a life that is essentially, fundamentally different than what we have now. It's not just getting out of a crisis. And all of this is done by a very unique upper force that is hidden in the Book of Zohar. Everyone heard about the Book of Zohar. People heard that it's some sort of a special, unique book, a hidden book, or a book that contains secrets, but people are still just talking about it. They just heard about it. They don't really know what it is. And today, we have the opportunity to actually use this Book of Zohar, to use the power that it gives us, to raise ourselves above this crisis, to raise all the people from the situation they are in, whether it's depression or problems with children, problems with health, education, ecology, economy, everything that happens. And we're facing these global problems of collision of civilizations and so forth. All of this can be corrected only by this upper force that lies in the Book of Zohar. And this is why I'm very happy that today, a month before this great convention of the World Zohar Convention in America. You know, Zohar, literally translated, means light. And I hope that as a result of this meeting, of this conference, we can really bring the light to all of America.